In Sudan, there are signs that the conflict ravaging the country since April is escalating further, despite peace talks in Saudi Arabia. The Rapid Support Forces, the paramilitary group fighting the army, say they have seized control of army bases in El Janina, the capital of West Darfur state. This cements their takeover of a city, which they've been accused of ethnic killings, and it also increases their control of Sudan's western region of Darfur. Meanwhile, thousands of refugees fleeing the violence in Darfur have arrived in neighboring Chad. Aid workers say they're joining hundreds of thousands of others who got out of Sudan since April. In El Janina, the RSF and allied Arab militias are being accused by local residents of targeted ethnic killings, looting homes and markets, and even raping women. The RSF leadership denies the accusations and says any soldiers found guilty of violations will be brought to justice. The Sudanese Alliance, an armed group allied to the Sudanese army, conceded the losses in Darfur but said it would continue to fight the RSF. The Sudanese army has not yet commented. Well, as fear grows that the RSF's western expansion may escalate the conflict further, there are now also question marks over the country's unity. CGTN's Naba Moudine reports from Port Sudan.
The Rapid Support Forces, or RSF, are gaining ground in Sudan's western region of Darfur. They are reported to be penetrating and controlling much of the vast area and have taken over strategic cities like Niala. Security experts say this is a brand new threat to the unity of Sudan. 12 years after South Sudan formally broke away after decades of civil war, experts are comparing it to the current division in Libya.
The Libyan scenario is expected. The RSF militia have moved and are trying to control the Darfur region to use it as a bargaining chip to negotiate for power. That negotiating tool is the threat of secession of Darfur, and it will be followed by a long civil war if the situation remains the same.
The RSF is being accused of fueling tribal conflicts in the Darfur region. The UN has called the violence there genocide, following reports of widespread killing, rape and displacement, and the RSF seems intent on securing its gains in the West.
Despite the fighting continuing in Khartoum, reports have confirmed the withdrawal of large numbers of RSF troops from the capital in recent days. This is expected to boost RSF rates in Western Sudan and the Darfur region.
The raids that started in Western Darfur's Al Janina a couple of months ago are now expanding towards the other 4 Darfur states along Kordofan. Last month, the RSF took control of Sudan's second biggest city, Niala. It's now attacking military bases in Al-Fashir, Zalinje, Balila, and Al-Ubayd. Analysts say outside intervention is now crucial in ending the conflict.
If the United States and Saudi Arabia succeed in neutralizing the regional parties who are connected with the 2 warring factions, it could prevent foreign intervention and the extension of the conflict, and that will pave the way for a successful secession and end the conflict gradually.
Initial indirect talks to mediate between the 2 warring factions and ultimately stop the war continue in Jeddah. However, the future of Sudan's unity remains uncertain. Naba Moudine, CGTN, Port Sudan.